everyone. We're going to do some smoothies now. So smoothies are such a great option, a great way to get pretty much a full meal in on the go when you're busy. They can be really healthy, but also on the other spectrum, especially when you're buying them out, they can also be loaded with sugar and really unhealthy. So I'm going to give you some tips and pointers, and we're going to make a smoothie that is actually going to be really healthy and be really balanced. So we'll get the fruit, we're going to get even some whole grains, some protein, everything that's going to help us stay stable and have some nice even energy through the day. So the kind of smoothie that we're going to make is going to be kind of a blueberry ginger smoothie. So basically our ingredients that we're going to use today, I have some blueberries, and these are here, they're actually frozen. So I like frozen fruit for smoothies. So if you're not using frozen fruit, then you may want to add some ice just to cool it and slush it up a bit. We are going to use, we're actually going to put in some avocado. So that's going to provide us with some protein, but also with a nice fat. So we actually need fat in order to absorb a lot of the great nutrients that are going to be in the smoothie. So don't be afraid of using a little bit of fat. If you don't like avocado, then try something like coconut oil or coconut milk, for example, will be a great substitute because it's going to have the creaminess, but also going to have a nice, good quality fat there for you. We're also going to add in some ginger. So I have some big chunks of ginger. I love ginger, so I'm not afraid to put a lot of it in, but if you're not huge on it, then start with a little bit and taste it as you go. And see how much you like. The great thing about ginger is it tastes really good, but it also is very thermogenic for us. So that means it boosts our metabolism. It's going to help us burn more calories through the day just by eating it, really. We don't have to do anything else. We are also going to go to cinnamon. Again, cinnamon to help balance out the blood sugar, but also to add a nice sweetness without adding any sugar. So you could do no sugar at all, but today I'm choosing to use a little bit of sweetness from dates again. So we used dates when we made the almond milk, and I'm going to put the rest of them in here. So all I need is 2. You could probably even just stick to 1, it would be fine. And the other thing I have here in this bowl is a little bit of the almond meal. I just made some almond milk, some fresh almond milk, and I had what remained of the almond milk, and I'm going to add that in because there's some good fiber in there, there's still some good nutrients and protein, so might as well use it, right? And lastly, we are going to use oatmeal. So I have some cooked steel-cut oats, some leftovers from my breakfast through the week, whenever you have it in the fridge. It's a great way to add really good B vitamins and some whole grains, fiber, and protein to your smoothie without having to go to things like powders and other things. Okay, so we're going to put that all in. So I'm going to start with the blueberries. So putting the blueberries in, about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. I like blueberries, so I'll put a little bit extra in. And then the next thing I'm going to add in are my chunks of ginger. So 1, 2, I'm going to put it all in, 3. And then add in the oatmeal. So just again, dump that in, oatmeal's in. Smoothies are great because it doesn't take much thinking, you just dump everything in. Avocado, we'll peel back the skin here if it wants to come, I don't know. And also pop that into the blender. Okay, everything just dump it in. Same with our dates and our almond meal, I'm gonna dump that in. Spike it with a little cinnamon. And then a drop of, I have vanilla in front of me, so I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla again. Just extra flavor. It's completely optional. Everything in the smoothie is optional. I mean, you can really use the things that you love. It's more about finding the right balance. So these are some examples of foods that you can put into a smoothie that can give you the added nutrition without having to look for supplement products. And then for liquid, often when you go to stores to buy the smoothie, they're going to use juice to sweeten it and instead of water. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend sticking to water or some sort of milk alternative or even yogurt if you want. But stay away from the juices because it is just added sugar for no purpose really. So I had just made some almond milk here at home, so I have some leftover almond milk and I'm going to use that as one of my liquids. But I don't want to use all totally almond milk, so I'm going to just add in some water as well. So I'm going to cover the rest here. So you can see basically the ingredients are covered with the amount of water, and that should be okay. If I need to add some more, I have some more liquid sitting here just in case. And I'm going to put the blender on and get this thing going. So it is blended smoothly. I could hear the blender basically stop hitting the chunk, so I know it's nice and smooth. So you can see, jiggle. And let's just get it into a glass here. Pour it on out. Smooth, delicious. The good thing about the grains, adding the grains to the smoothie, it actually helps with the texture. It gives it a nice thick consistency. And also if you're making your smoothie ahead, sometimes when you're using too much ice or fruit, it tends to melt. This will help hold the texture with the oatmeal and the avocado in there. So that's our smoothie. Other options that you can add into it that would be great for nutrition would be something like a spirulina or a chlorella, or any sort of greens powder, as long as you check that it's not full with a lot of fillers and whatnot. So if it's just basically a lot of green juice powders, then that would be a good option to add as well. It won't give too much taste, but you're getting lots of nutrition. So cheers, and I hope you enjoy this. And if you have questions, please post them on the forum. I'll be there to answer them. And if you have any favorite recipes that you want to share with everybody, it's always great to have different ideas and inspiration. So please, again, put those on the forum for everybody to see. Thanks so much. Bye.